Alright, we're back. We're going to work a little piece of Knife River flint today. This is from South Dakota. Some stuff I picked up at Quartzsite Knapping a few years ago. I don't know if it's really good quality or not. Kind of looks okay, but I'm seeing some stuff under the Cortex here. And we'll check it out. We're going to use Hammerstones and a deer antler billet. And we'll get started here. Normally when I'm working something tougher than dacite, this is what I usually use for dacite. It's this softer hammerstone. So we're going to switch over to a little bit harder hammerstone. I find that gets the flakes to release a lot easier. If you use a hammerstone that's too soft for the material that you're trying to work, sometimes the flakes just won't release, and you can tell by the sound a lot of times. It'll just have sort of a duller sound. And so this is great for dacite. We might switch over to it if this turns out to be a little softer than I thought, but initially we'll go ahead and start off using this. So I think the plan here will be, we've got a pretty flat face over here, got a lot of cortex over here. Since my edge is already down here, I want to take a few flakes off here and get my edge over there, but I want to thin it at the same time and try and get some ridges going in here. So I think what we'll do, well, I'm going to try. I don't know if this cortex is going to absorb the blow, but it looks like fairly good rock. Yeah, that's kind of nice looking stuff. Just trying to create a really nice platform right along in here so that I can get some more flakes off here. Space it out a little bit. Now a bigger one. Okay, now we can take one off of here. Alright, we got a nice ridge in there. It's kind of hard to get into it right now. You can see it's recessed in there, so get this back a little bit. And then I'll switch to freehand. I usually start off sometimes working on my leg like that, because the first blows, there's so much impact that you really need some good support behind this thing to keep it from moving, so the leg provides that. Try this antler here. This is really what I want to show a little bit of some additional support techniques when I'm using this antler. This is a little light, but yeah, it's just too light at this point. I should have known. Okay, we'll see if we can. Yeah, that's nice rock. Alright. I think I'll do the same thing over here. I'll put a platform, kind of angle it down like that. Let's see, yeah, like that, and come over here and remove a few flakes over there. Again, that cortex is really quite a bit softer than the rest of the rock, so I need to get rid of it anyway. And I don't want to strike on the platform if I can get away with it, because it's kind of unpredictable. I'm striking above the edge, but again I braid in case I miss. Space it out a little bit. Next one we'll hit right here. So that face is, now we have some nice ridges on there. Yeah, that's pretty material. So I guess I got to go down there a little bit. Yeah, okay. Keep that in the field of view. So this is a little newer camera that I've got here, and it should produce a little bit better resolution on these videos. I don't want to get too carried away. I need to get this cortex off here, and I don't know how far the crud goes down into this face. Sometimes I'll work a face back, and then you start working this, and you end up with little Hertzian cones and everything. I really haven't worked a whole lot of Knife River. It's beautiful stuff, but so I'm trying not to get them to go all the way across, because I want to get my edge up over here. Space that out a little bit. You can see how that cortex really absorbs a lot of the blow. That's why the flake is not releasing there. Space that out. Definitely harder than dacite. Nice stuff. And the technique's all the same. The only difference is the Hammerstone's a little harder. I'll try the other. This is my dacite Hammerstone. You can actually hear it. It's a little different tone there. I'd like for it to be over there more. I'm having a little trouble. Yeah, there we go. Now this stuff is gritty, and it really pulls, as you can see there. See the crud that how it goes underneath that cortex a little bit, so. Building a platform so that we can go over there. I guess this needs to go down even more. Okay, hopefully that's good there. you want to abrade these edges a little bit as you turn the edge. I'm trying to get that edge. Let's see if that's showing up. Yeah. Well, that's maybe 70 degrees. I need a little bit steeper, maybe 80, so I can get in there and strike it above the actual edge. So again, I'm just abrading it just in case I actually hit it right there. I want to hit it high above the edge, not on the edge, but up that way, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so that I get a thicker flake. Space it out. Yeah, this is pretty rock. I like this stuff. It's like a good piece. When we get this thing thinned down, we'll switch over to the to that little deer billet. Spacing it out again. Just back grinding it a little bit. I should have abraded that. Okay, we've got a nice edge angle right there, so we can drive some over here, do a little more thinning on our base. I'm having trouble staying in that. Okay. Steepening that angle up just a little bit. It's just a little bit too sharp for the Hammerstone. It'd be okay for antler, but hitting it high again. It's sort of a swiping blow like that. I'm not hitting it in like I would with a billet, with a like a copper bopper. It's more of a. I tried to drive that one in a little bit too far there, and you see what happened. It kind of stepped on me a little bit. So we'll raise this edge up a little bit. Get another steep bevel and do another series, and then we'll probably switch over to the antler. Not the best platform, but there we go.